What's good, Al?
You know Sean go clown.
What up, Doe? How you feeling, bro?
Fam? What's going on, family?
Chilling, man.
What's up? Hey, y'all.
Wait a minute, Tasha, we still can't hear her. What is happening?
Her mic. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Oh, you look like you was asleep.
Hello.
Hey, Tasha. Hello, I hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, I should have brought me.
You okay?
I'm empty.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear us?
Hello.
You can't hear us?
I knew something was gonna happen. We had to do a Zoom meeting earlier today, and I was like, watch my audio settings mess up because I had to use a different headset for it. I knew it.
We can hear you now.
I'm sorry, y'all. My fault.
Oh, that's all right.
How y'all doing tonight?
Very well. I ain't complaining.
Cool.
I have to go to bed after this.
Hello. I know that's right, girl. Yes, ma'am. Well, we can go ahead and get it started then. Did you do any introductions or anything, Al? I know I took a minute, so.
No, I was gonna let you do all that because this is pretty much
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
we already on Facebook or we just doing the Zoom?
I'm about to do the Facebook right now. You want to go live, right?
Yep.
All right, so I'm about to go live.
Oh, wait till Sean come back downstairs.
Okay, that's cool.
Comment. Sean, come on.
Well, at least he can go ahead and get it set up while we waiting.
Okay.
But yeah, okay, yeah. So I got probably about, let me see. Maybe about 10, 15 questions. And like I said, we can kind of just go from there. However it goes. If you have to leave, just let me know. We just thank you for the time that you allow.
Are you organized? That's good.
Girl. I try to do different for the Black people. They were
I like organized.
Such a bad light. So I be trying to do something. I try my best,
I see you got your professional on right now.
Yeah.
What's up?
You give a professional for real.
I might have did a little work today, a little bit.
Look at her.
Man.
I'm gonna pull this up here.
Can you hear me? I already been drinking in the camera. Yeah, hey.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, okay. Chris made it too. All right. Boop, boop. Hey, lady. I didn't even see you peek in. It's kind of cryptic a little bit.
We can definitely hear you. You can't see you, but we can hear you.
Okay. No, you can't work.
I can't really hear her that well. Y'all can hear her?
It's going in and out a bit. Maybe the outside, yeah.
Just a little choppy, just a little.
Or maybe on the Bluetooth. Maybe she on the Bluetooth. Sometimes it does that.
What am I on? Okay, I'm gonna get somewhere in a second where I can.
I can see you now.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, she driving. She in the car.
She always multitasking. That superwoman right there.
Y'all gonna ride to work, so y'all gotta give me a second. I gotta stop at Starbucks and everything, but I'm here.
All right.
Did you start already, Al?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, everybody, thank you so much. We got a new episode of the Smartalecs. We did something different today. We're doing the Black Love panel, and I wanted to invite our guests here tonight. We have Miss Tamara Thompson, interior design extraordinaire. We have Tia and LaShawn Little.
What's up?
And they also have a new wine company and charcuterie.
There you go.
Word.
I did it? Oh my Lord, I be feeling like such a retard. I swear to God, I really do. But yes, I really want y'all to check them out. Support the Black-owned company. They definitely doing it with that.
Forever
and
grateful.
We also have Miss Kristen Bicknight, and she's going to represent on behalf of her and her husband as well tonight. So we just going to kind of discuss. I saw a documentary maybe like about a week or so ago. Dr. Boyce Watkins, I know we probably all familiar with him. He did a documentary on the Black Love Blueprint. Almost like they discussed so many different.
Tasha, Tasha, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Before we go in, somebody just texted me that they're not getting no audio on Facebook.
On Facebook, okay.
All right, so
but we recording on Zoom, though, right?
Mm-hmm. So you want to just keep going?
Try to
And
just keep on plowing through, yeah.
All right.
Because I don't want to keep holding everybody up. I appreciate y'all.
Okay.
But like it kind of went through different dynamics of relationships and the dysfunction of our Black community and relationships in general. And like they had so many valid points in regards to the single parent household, the economic outlook of it, the just different aspects. I haven't listed them all, but I kind of wanted to get you guys' viewpoint from people who have kind of stood the test of time with their love. You guys, I know Tia and LaShawn have been together since high school, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say high school, but that's where you guys knew each other. So it was kind of like that high school sweetheart type of effect. I'll say that.
Yeah, definitely.
So you have your story and your background, and I kind of want to gauge where you guys come from into the questions that I have. I know Tamara, you're newly separated, correct?
Correct.
But she also had the high school love. So I knew that her perspective was maybe a little different. Had it changed or anything like that? Kristen is totally fresh with hers, and it looks like a daydream, Lord Jesus. So I wanted her to share her experience and her outlook on her process and getting there. So my first question for everybody, I'm gonna start with you, Tamara. I'm just going across how I see you guys on the screen here. Go ahead and tell the story of how you did meet your significant other.
So, of course, we went to high school together. So we went to the Cleveland School of the Arts together.
Who was it?
Right.
Yes, sir.
The crazy thing was that actually he and I were not dating. We were friends. So I was dating his friend. Everybody know Gregory Fitch. Y'all all know him.
Yeah, I remember Greg.
Yeah. And
What's up, Greg?
Nick was actually dating Tomorrow. So we met through them and we kind of like hung out. He tried to teach me how to play spades. I still don't know how to play, y'all. I know I can't even say nothing about that, but
I ain't no better, so don't feel bad about it. I'm no better.
So that's kind of how we met. And then, everybody went off to college and I spoke to him like a couple times while he was in school. And then we kind of lost contact. And then Charles Martin, y'all all know him too.
Hey, that's my cousin.
Yes.
What's up, Charles?
He actually had a party at his home and we all went and there was Nick and we started like talking and stuff. We exchanged numbers and it really started out as we were just cool. We would go hang out, go to the movies, go get coffee, talk about books, nerd stuff, anime and all that stuff. And it just kind of grew to the point where like we were hanging out all the time, like almost every day. He was coming over there and like coming to my house and just hanging out. And it just blossomed from that point. So, and we were together for 17 years, married for 15. We are still, right now, we're still married, but we're separated.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Tia and LaShawn?
Okay. Well, LaShawn and I, we didn't even start off as friends. I just kind of knew people who knew Sean, because we all went to the same high school. We just kind of had conversations every now and again. And the conversations that we would have would be kind of, soul touching to me, like kindred conversations. So it was like, oh, he cool. Like I see why people like him, but my nose not wide open for just anybody. So I didn't really take to him initially until one day we went on a field. Remember we used to go to Cedar Point?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we had a trip to Cedar Point and I had like 5 or 4 best friends that we all just hung out together. And Sean ended up riding with us. And it was just like, okay, cool, because I remember you being cool. So I just was kind of digging him throughout the trip. I don't know what happened, but I was just joking, like, okay, you're gonna be my boyfriend today. So at first,
spoken into existence. Spoken into existence.
I did.
Look at
girl. And then it was weird because we were just playing. Like I had no real interest. I'm like, this is my homie. We just gonna ride together on the rides. You know what I'm saying? So we're silly. We enjoyed the time together. And we took this one picture. Don't you know how you take the little pictures through the little?
Yep. I still got all mine. Yes.
Oh, I wish we had this picture.
Man.
And when me and Sean, we like, oh, let's go get our little picture or whatever. We saw this picture. It was this big glow around us.
Yes. The ancestors chosen y'all. Y'all the chosen couple.
To be together. Girl, by the time we got in the car, I was sitting on his lap. Going away. And it was funny, like in the 10th grade. Now we were in the 10th grade, and then we kind of dated throughout that summer. We broke up, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't last long, and so we went our separate ways for a little while. We always remained friends, and we just really built on a friendship, like just little things that he was into, I was into. Even at a young age, I would bring up something. He was like, me too. And it's like, oh my God, it's like we crossed paths before. And, so I really feel like it was a soul connection. I went to college, he stayed home. And then we met up again. I felt like Sean was better than not going to college. So as a friend, I kind of spoke to him like, you should come to college with us, with me and my one friend. And one thing led to another. Next thing you know, he was buying me hair bombs and roses. And I'm like, why are you buying me these things? It's so weird because I was like, I didn't want to
hair bombs and roses.
Friendship. You know what I'm saying? Because we were so cool. And I kind of got scared because we had never went that far.
Crossed that line, right.
Relationship at all. Like, maybe kissed or something like that. So
No. She played me the first time. Let's keep it real.
I did not. Okay,
tell the truth now, Tia. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Our dynamic was not good in the 10th grade. Let's just say that.
Okay, yeah, all right, I could dig that.
We didn't have a good dynamic in the 10th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody was.
I'm a very fiery kind of girl. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't as subtle, and he was who he is. He is who he was. He was who he was. But at any rate, we did finally get together in '98. So that was our first time, like really taking a leap and dating, and we've been together ever since.
It's stuff.
He came to college with me.
It's stuff.
And we had our we did everything together. Like our first everything is together.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful. And like y'all been married for how long?
14 years.
So
we didn't get married right away. Like even
we still took some time.
I was like, I don't know. Even after we had our child, we was like, how do you know that this is supposed to be forever? Absolutely. Like it was a little bit more for us.
Yeah, we really didn't take the traditional way of like, oh, we getting married, rushing into the marriage at all. We was we was together for like 7-8 years before we even got married. You know what I'm saying? That way,
mononymously though. It wasn't like back and forth. It was just.
No, it was just like this is what we doing. We want to see. I mean, I think it's important for it was important for us to grow up a little bit before we made a serious connection like that to say, hey, to make sure the bullets was in a row for us both. Are you serious? Is this, all of that good stuff. We was young, so it seemed like I've been grown all my life. You know what I'm saying? For real, to be not like that, but for real. Like also. And so I'm kind of set on my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Set on my decisions and set on my idealisms and thought processes already. At the age I'm at right now, and even then, you know what I'm saying? So I was kind of concrete after I seen the qualities that I was looking for, and what qualities I was like, oh no, yeah. You see what I'm saying? What was outside and what was inside. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying it's other people. Sorry. Peace.
Y'all silly. I mean, no, I definitely appreciate that. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to Chris. I know she got to get to work too. I'm sorry. Tell us, please,
you're
boo.
fine.
And yours are just a little bit. I'm gonna throw yours a little bit loopy. I'm gonna give you a little loop. So I want you to tell how you met your husband and where you was at prior to meeting him.
Oh, well, that's just fun now, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. You are so exciting, boo. So please don't take offense and let me know if I'm doing too much too. But
No,
yes.
you're fine. It's fine. I'm fine. It's a total open book. I promise. I'm fine. So I'll tell y'all where I was prior to me and my husband. I was in, it was a dark space because the person that I was completely broken. I have not ever in my life dealt with somebody that was so broken, ever. And I think I call myself kind of like one of those healers, one of those people. I'm like, oh, I want to help you. Oh, you got this going on. What can I do to help you get here? What can I do to help do this? Instead of trying to figure out why you hurting me, instead of taking that you're hurting me, I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's causing you to hurt me? So, okay, let me do this. However, that led me down a dark road. I don't ever want to go down that road again, and I wouldn't wish it on nobody. I can't even honestly tell you that I learned a lesson from it, to be honest. That's like how bad it was. From helping somebody mentally, physically, helping them spiritually, helping them financially, helping them every which way that you possibly think you can. And in the end, you're just like, damn, this is like I'm dealing with the devil. That's what I felt like. Yeah, like, what more can I do? Then so eventually I'm like, okay, after I don't know, years started bagging back. Bag back. At first, I had to learn to accept that this wasn't me, that this was him. So I had to bag back. And so it took 3 years to bag back, which a lot of states distance, thank goodness, because he over there in Ohio and I'm over here in Vegas. So the distance worked for me. In that time, I think I was just like, okay, I was turned off from everything. I didn't want to deal with nobody. I was over it. I took that time from bagging back from him to deal with me, which was fine. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't feel like nothing was wrong with me. But I knew something was not right. Like, I'm like, I don't want to do this again. I don't want to attract nothing like that again. I don't want to deal with nothing like that again. I just don't. So I bagged back and I dealt with me. I went into my own little cocoon of just doing me. I traveled by myself. If somebody want to go, go. You don't want to go, don't go. Hell, I started dating myself. I was fine with that. I bought myself my own gifts. I gifted myself. They say, you want a bow on it? I say, yeah, give my damn bow. So I, like everything, bought my own self, my own everything. I was fine with that. I was dating me. However, I have these little meddling children that thinks that their mother is awesome. Swear up and down, I'm supposed to be with somebody. I got to the point, I was like, shitting me, I'm fine. I don't need to be with nobody. I got y'all, I'm good. I take my trips with y'all. I take my trips with myself. Like, I'm like, I don't want nobody. Like, because if that's what I got to deal with, I'm cool by myself, period. I don't ever want to deal with that ever, no more. I was fine. I became okay with being with me, and I'm fine with that. So my daughter, however, her and her boyfriend at the time, I don't know, my daughter was trying to find somebody for me, and I told her, like, leave me alone. I'm good. Like, I'm good. She's like, no, you're supposed to be with somebody. I don't know why you're not with somebody. You're so awesome. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But if it's meant, it'll come. But I'm not looking. Like, I ain't doing it. So before I met my husband, I met another guy. I had my own list of stipulations in my head. I had built up a whole list of criteria. Like, yep, I don't want this. I don't want that. You gotta be your ass gotta be stable. You gotta be a man of God. Hell, you gotta know who God is, because I swear I dated an atheist before. I need you to be emotionally stable. At this point, I need you to be financially stable, because I'm financially stable. I don't need you for your money. I had all these things. Like, I don't need nobody for your money. If you're gonna be there for me, because that's what I need you for. Like, just for me, period. If you're gonna be with me, if that's what I decided I want to do. So I dated somebody prior to meeting my husband. he wanted to get married off the rip. That's like a whole red flag. I was like, the hell, no. Yeah, Tamara, that was my face. I was like, the hell, no. However, so the financially stable part, he was one of those men. He was a millionaire. He had a ton of money, but he thought he could buy motherfuckers. I said, listen here, I might not be a millionaire, but I make my own money. I'm good, I promise you. So you can go ahead and go with that. Didn't want that either. So now I was like, all right, not doing this. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. And then there goes my husband. My daughter and her boyfriend. My husband was having some work done on his house, and my daughter's boyfriend was doing the floors. And he came home and told my daughter, like, I met this dude. I think he'd be real good for your mom. And I'm like, I'm not on this shit. My daughter like, well, let me see. She wants to see. This is what she tell me. She like, well, let me see. Let me see if we like him. Let me see if he good for us. Us, apparently. Like, okay.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, okay. So she like, okay. Now it took her like, cause she know like this where I'm at. I'm like, I'm not on it. So it took her like a week or two to even tell me about it and everything. And then I get home from work. I remember it like one morning, and she's like, Mom, it's this guy. You should meet him. And I'm like, no. So she gave me his number. She like, call him. I said, I'm not calling him. What the hell? I'm not calling no damn dude. What is wrong with you? So she's like, no, what you got to lose? Well, you ain't got nothing to lose. I said, listen, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. And I think I did this to her for like about I think this went on for maybe about a week. And the last day, she just refused to leave me the hell alone. I said, okay, listen, I think I told her, I said, okay, I said, you sent him a picture of me? She said, yeah. And she said, as soon as she sent him a picture of me, or her boyfriend sent him a picture of me, he said, give her my number. So like I said, so I'm like, okay. So I held on to his number for like a week. And then my daughter hounded me like another damn morning I got home. She hounded me. So before I laid down and went to sleep, I texted him. I said, look, apparently my daughter sent you a picture of me and she want me to call you. My name's Christian. So I figured I'd introduce myself. I said, I am a vampire nurse. I work nights. So right after I send this message, I'm gonna be asleep. Sent the message, went to sleep. Woke up, he texted me. He said, oh, well, since you're a vampire nurse, I'm kind of like a dinosaur. He said, so let's see what a dinosaur and a vampire does. I said, oh, okay. I think we text for maybe about a week. And in the middle of the week, he said, listen, he said, I don't know. I said, this may be too much for you, but if the feeling that I'm getting is correct, you're going to be my wife. Like literally, I was like, you gotta be shitting me. Okay. So I'm like, okay. And so he invited me to his family picnic. That's where I met him. I met him physically for the first time at his family picnic. Or no, you know what? He told me I was gonna be his wife and he wanted me to meet his mom. And my response to him before to that was, I said, the last person to introduce to his mama right away, I became his wife. He said, and I think that was his response. He was like, well, that's what I think too. You're gonna be my wife. So my very first time meeting him was at his family picnic. And it was like that Saturday. I said, okay, well, I don't have a whole lot of time, but I'll show up before I go to work. And so I went to the family picnic and I took me and my boys and we standing there and they're like, Mom, where are we going? I said, we're going to a friend's picnic. I don't know, nobody around. Trying to place. And I finally set eyes on him and he seen me. And like, y'all know how, like, you know how dogs do that little tilt? They're like, I did that little tilt in my head, like, oh, I like him. Like I just seen him. I was like, oh, I like him. And I did, like, and I like him.
That's the face right there.
That's the face. That's it.
Yeah, this big old black man. And he's so damn bossy and I'm so darn bossy. And he comes over to me. He has like a photographer at the picnic and everything, just running around taking pictures. And he comes, I have our very first picture posted somewhere. He comes and just hugs me and he said, come here. He said, come get a picture of us. And I'm hugged all tight. I'm sitting there like,
All of that.
Right. Girl,
okay,
what?
can you still hear me?
No.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm like, oh, literally, I think I had my phone on my ear and everything. And we took our first picture and I was like, oh, okay. I think after that, I think I made time to go on one date with him. And I remember him asking